Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, this is lesson 6.5. Solve multi-step problems. Let's discover together how do we solve and how do we think in a multi-step question. Let's start with this question. The students in the 4th and 5th grades are going to a concert. There are 178 students. How many rows are needed for the 4th graders? So the first thing we need to know that we have a total number of 178 students. Okay. Then how many rows are needed for the 4th graders? Here we have another piece of information. Each row has 8 seats, and the 5th grade students fill 12 rows. Okay, so if we have 8 seats in each row, and the 5th grade, they fill 12 rows, so then we can say in step 1 to find the number of students in grade 5, which will be 12 times 8. That gives us 96. We do that to find the number of students in grade 4 then, because we got the total number here, 178. If we subtract the number of students from grade 5, we get the students of grade 4. So we have 178 minus 96 equal 82. Now what do we have? We have the number of students in grade 4, right? In the 4th graders, that's the number of students. So now the step 3, which is needed in that question, is how many rows are needed for grade 4? Well, I have 82 students, right, in grade 4. If I divide that by the number of seats in one row, like we know that one row equal 8 seats. If I divide by 8, I will get the number of rows, right? So 82 divided 8, let's divide that. (82) divided by 8, 1 right here, and here 8 minus, here is 0, and there's 2 here, 2 divided by 8. I can't, but I have to put 0 and then remainder 2. Then I got 10 remainder 2, but that we got to remainder 2 means 2 students that they don't have place to sit, and 10 means 10 rows and 2 extra, like two places or 2 seats. 2 seats, they need another row because I can't just add 2 seats. So I have to say 11 rows instead of 10 remainder 2. Even if it's 10 remainder 3 or 4 or 5, I have to write it 11 rows. Okay? Now, now I want you to remember how many rows do we have? How many rows do we have in total? We have 11 here, and above we have 12, so plus 12 equal 23. Remember this piece of information. In next page, we have on the previous page, suppose there were only 11 rows of fifth graders, but the same total number of students. Do you need to solve the whole problem again to find how many rows are needed for the fourth graders? Explain. Okay, so we got 11 of the fifth graders, but I got 23 rows in total that I just said above. So I don't need to repeat the whole question again. I just would say that the total, if the total is 23, then 23 minus 11 equal 12. I just subtracted the number of rows from of the fifth graders in that case, subtracted. Okay, guys, that will give me the number of rows for the fourth graders in that case. All right. Do you know here? Show another way. Is there another way to solve? Well, of course, there is another way. If we take the number 178, guys, 178, total number of students, and we divide it by 8 to get the total number of rows needed directly from the beginning to know how many total rows in the beginning. 17 divided 8 equal 2, and 2 times equals 16, and subtract 1, and 8 comes down, and 18 divided 8 equal 2, here 16, and here minus 2, that's remainder 2. As we say again, that if we have a remainder, we have to make like rounding and make that 22 remainder 2 and say, okay, I have total of 23 rows, because these extra 2 seats cannot be just extra 2 seats, so we add them to the same row. No, we can't. We have to take another row for these just 2 seats. So they become 23. So if we have 23 total, and we already know in the previous that in grade 5 that they are 12 rows, then grade 4 is 23 minus 12, which equals 11. That is another way, and it looks much easier. There is more than one way to solve. When you solve correctly, then there is no problem. Now, guys, let's see another problem here together. Here, question 3, that Vanya bought 5 medium packages of buttons and 3 small packages of buttons. What was the total number of buttons Vanya bought? Now circle the small and the medium. What we need 5 medium packages of buttons. That's buttons are here and the medium here. So multiply by 5. Okay. And here, uh, 3 small packages of buttons. With this small is here, buttons as well, and here multiply by 3. So what do we need here, guys? Actually, to multiply by 3 for the small, multiply by 5 for the medium, and then to find the total, right? What was the total number of buttons? Then we need to add eventually. So we see that we need to do more than one thing here. That to multiply, and then we add. Okay, let's multiply together. 38 times 5. 5 times 8 equal 40. And then 3 times 5, 15 plus 4, 19. And then we got 18 times 3. 3 times 8, 24. And then 1 times 3 plus 2, 5. And then the last thing, the total is 190 plus 54, which equals 244. Okay. Now let's erase that part. Now Vance bought 2 packages of large beads. 2 package beads are here. Large 2 means multiply by 2. 1 package of medium beads. This is 1. 2 packages of large buttons. 2 packages of large buttons. So that is multiplied by 2. And 2 packages of medium buttons. Here's times 2 as well. How many more beads than buttons did Vance? Okay, how many more? The word how many more means difference, means subtract. Then we need to find, actually, we need to find these beads separately, and then to find these buttons separately, and then we subtract them. Then we got here the calculation. 96 times 2 equals here 12, and then 2 times 9 equals 18 plus 1, 19, and then we got here's 46, guys, 46, 192 plus 64, 64 plus here is 6, and here is 15, and here there's 256 for this part, and the other part here 56 times 2, here's 12, and 2 times 5 plus 1, 11, and 111 for that, and then we got 38 times 2, 2 times 8, 16, and 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7, and then we add 112 plus 76, and then 2 plus 6, 8, and 1 plus 7, also 8, then easy 1 comes down. So the last thing here, what we need, guys, that here 188, that part, and this here, that part. The last step now, guys, now we found the two things that we need to subtract, right? Now we subtract 256 minus 188. Now 6 minus 8, we counted that to be 4, and that would be 16. 16 minus 8 is 8, and 4 minus 8 we count as well, that would be 14. 14 minus 8 is 6, and then we got the final result, 68. Reaching this part, thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you found this helpful. This is very much is the difficulty that is needed as far as we have. Not so much complicated. Yeah. So see you in more videos, inshallah. Thank you.